Welcome, welcome, welcome to Uncensored Friday. Welcome, 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 welcome. Now, I have said the welcome 7 times for a reason. Because today is a special day in the lives of Africans. Today is a special day to manifest your heart desires and dreams. Today is a day that every African needs to remember for the rest of his or her life. Today's date is 7th July 2023. And it has aligned sevens. 777, because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 will also give you 7. So today is a day that we can manifest our desires a lot and dreams. And as the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, I am happy I have seen today. Because today I will be talking to my fellow Ghanaians, my fellow Africans. I will be talking to them in such a way that maybe the consciousness of the black man will get to them too. Today, keys and portals have been opened from the universe to Africans. Grace, power, and abundance. Now we will speak about consciousness on Uncensored Friday today, and later on we will talk about Ghana and certain things that we need to change in our beloved land. So welcome to Uncensored Friday with the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, Poku-Hitzfield. I once again welcome you because today, as I said, today is a good day for us as Africans. And those of us that live in the quantum field, now before people were studying mathematics and all these things we study now, humans used to study astrology. They used to study the stars, which is astronomy. And now everything else, now people's consciousness are realizing those things were actually true. So I have gone back to study all these things. And as the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, I thank you so much for your support around the world. The messages I get, the emails I get, keep them coming in. Wherever you find yourself as a black man, you can have direct access to the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. Write me an email at ranwrinkle@gmail.com. Tell me what you need. Tell me your desires. Tell me your dreams for Ghana and for Africa. Together, you and I, we are going to build something that was never envisioned by the white man, because he always said they think we are stupid people. So they said aliens built the pyramids. We will show them that in 2023, that is why we are going to take pictures and videos of whatever we do. That is why I've even decided to start the TikTok videos, so that I will start putting my legacy in videos for my children and my grandchildren 50 years, 100 years after I have gone, to know that their grandfather said this about Ghana. So if their grandfather said this, then that is what I need to follow. We are changing Africa. We are changing Ghana. A day at a time, the black consciousness keeps growing. Now, consciousness is defined as a state of being aware or responsive to one's surroundings. That is what consciousness is defined as. How conscious are you as a black man? Now today, as I said, during the Eid ul-Adha, I observed something in Ghana. And I realized how my people, I am included, our consciousness have come so low that we discuss irrelevant things for weeks instead of discussing the things that will help each other grow. In 2023, now, in Pan-Africanism, first of all, Yvonne Nelson's book would never have been published. I'm saying it again. In Pan-Africanism, a book like Yvonne Nelson's would never have gone public. Because we don't need to feed negativity into the consciousness of humans or of the Ghanaian now. When we have to discuss about how to build canals for the flooding in Accra, when we have to discuss daily on national televisions how we are building industries, large-scale farming, what we were discussing was an abortion that happened 13 years ago on national television. That is how our consciousness have become low as Ghanaians. Ghana used to be a land of intellectuals, of kings and queens. That is why the likes of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was born in my land. And I'm paying homage to the big man himself today. To me, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is like my Moses. But then, the same Ghanaians will never cherish Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, but then will cherish Moses, somebody they have no relation to, who did nothing for him or her, and waste his time in synagogues praying daily, instead of working with our hands. We are about to build Ghana like it has never been built before. I know Ghana is a land of kings and queens. That is why in Pan-Africanism. Now, let me tackle the book story. Now, this book has been able to capture the mind of the youth for weeks. When there was a flood in Takrade that was killing people. When we need to drain our drainages, when we need to make sure the blue-collar jobs are the most important because they make sure we live in a safe environment. When our rivers like River Pra, River Otin, River Oti, River Tano, and all these other rivers are brownish in color because of pollutants, our generation, we are on the same place to discuss things, and we are discussing about broken hearts that was staged by Avram Bemushe. He has already said it. So you see how our consciousness have become low. But under Pan-Africanism, because it is in the idea of the oppressor to make sure that you don't even think of saving yourself on earth. So that is why all these religions are there. And they keep dividing you and I as Ghanaians and as Africans. In 2023, this is our year of grace, power, and abundance. And I'm sending love to every Ghanaian. I'm sending love to every African across this beautiful continent, from Abuja to Algiers, to Luanda, to Porto Novo, to Brazzaville, to Gaborone, to Ouagadougou, to Moroni, to Yaoundé, to Praia, Bangui, Banjul, N'Djamena, Moroni, Kinshasa, Dodoma, Harare, Lusaka, Cairo, Tripoli, Addis Ababa, Nouakchott, Lilongwe, Bamako, and Tananarivo, Niamey, Kigali, Sao Tome, Dakar, Victoria, Freetown, Mogadishu, Pretoria, Juba, Khartoum, Kampala, Tunis, Lome, Accra. I have sent greetings to all. Probably, maybe I have missed some out. I may have missed some out, but please forgive me. I've sent greetings to everybody around Africa. It wasn't my intention to mention all 54 countries in Africa. This is our time. Time is the ultimate currency. What we do with our time now will determine who we will become in 2050. And as the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, I have a vision for 2050. In our 2050 as Africans, we will host the World Cup. That is why we will close our borders to the world by the end of 2023. No natural resource is leaving our continent again. We are going to add value to our own natural resources, because what we've realized that despite 500 years plus of giving you our natural resources, you have never appreciated who the black man is. So because of that, just like any sensible person, if you've been in friendship with somebody, not friendship, actually the person first colonized you for 500 years and said, okay, it is okay, I don't want to colonize you again. Okay, you are also a human being, I am also a human being. But then take these systems that will keep sending our natural resources to the West on a daily basis. We are wise enough to know that this friendship hasn't helped us in the 563 years Ghana has known or have known Europeans or white people. So as the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, anybody who has harmed Ghana, anybody who have harmed Africa, we are giving you something you never gave us. A chance to go back to your land and be yourself without killing you. We want different coalitions now, because we've realized the more we are in friendship with Europeans, the more debt Africa goes in. Now think about it. How did Africa owe the West? What did the West give Africa in natural resources? They should come and pinpoint it. Okay, if Africa owes the West and the United States, how come our artifacts are in your museums for centuries and you have been taking money from it? How come you gave yourselves money for losing slaves and gave the people who were the slaves nothing? How come? So if we are conscious now and we don't want this friendship anymore, the law of cause and effect, everything that you do on earth has an effect. And when as conscious as the ordained Crown Prince is, I feel all the pains my forefather felt. All of the pains, because when I tap into them, I see the energy of the black man being beaten. Now, in neuroscientists can tell you, when you put fear in a human, the offsprings, there will be fear in them. So the cause and effect of slavery is what you are seeing now. Instead of you helping us in building schools, like which continent is fertile than Africa? Tell me a continent that is more fertile than Africa. So how come you never helped us in building large-scale farm if you were our friends? And rather will come around telling us what to do in human rights. What is human rights when you are forcing your will on my people? Telling me to allow men to parade the streets, holding hands, kissing. You want me to accept? You come to me with force, and you want me to be your friend? Our friendship with the West is gone and gone and gone. Because 560 something years that we've known you, it has nothing. We've no benefit. So we are moving forward from your lives. We would rather be friends with people like China, who came to Africa not having colonized anybody. They never colonized any country. They are where they are now. Now, presidents across Africa are now realizing this fact. And I am happy that in the next AU meeting, we should discuss nothing but Africans' unity, where we get one currency. Now, I want to plead on my forefathers so that we call that currency the Gaddafi dinar. Because that same concept that Gaddafi killed, we want to honor the great man by naming our currency after him. Africa will have one military. The kingdom of Africa is upon us. The kingdom of Africa is what we are living in now. Today, 777, we are aligned to grace, power, and abundance. For the first time as an African, if you've never prayed in the name of your forefather, do that tonight, because you will be surprised at the manifestations that will happen in your life after today. Go on your knees. Pray and mention black people that you think you need something from them who are dead and gone. Call their names. Tell them to bring you strength. Tell them to bring you peace. And you will know peace like you've never known before. We are the oldest race on the earth. You can never take this recessive from the dominant. And nature has proven it. You can have you can have a bucket of white paint, but just put a scoop of black paint in it and it will change the color. Black is dominant, white and all other colors come from black. So do you know how strong you are as a black woman? Why have we allowed ourselves to discuss an abortion that happened? Now, Yvonne Nelson, this is a humble plea. I am on my knees to you. I want you to go today, back home, and ask for forgiveness from your mom. Because to be a mother is something nobody understands. What mothers have to go through for their children to grow, to live their dreams. I remember Yvonne Nelson used to celebrate her mom on Father's Day, telling the world who her mom was in her life. But what happened to that Yvonne Nelson? To go back in time to take a bitterness of her mother, to discuss it in public, for everybody to see and waste our time talking about that, not thinking the mental health of her mom. How old is Yvonne Nelson's mom now? Why are you giving your mother at that age that mental? Because your mom may have grown in church, in the society as a noble person. Everybody makes mistakes. When you were confronted with that same situation, you aborted yours. Remember that. She didn't abort you. The answers that you want from your mom, if it was easy, she would have told you long ago. What if you were born out of incest? What if you don't know what is there? So why put a book? I said in Pan-Africanism, this book would have never been published to the public. Because somebody like Yvonne Nelson, if she writes a book, irrespective of that, we need to have systems that will make sure the book sells. Because she has paid her dues in our movie industry, in production, in so many things. If Yvonne Nelson, under Pan-Africanism, if Yvonne Nelson published a book, of course, the Ordained Crown Prince, we should let her go to schools and give it to the children, and we pay her for that because we know she has paid her dues. But now we have created a world, a system, a Ghana where negativity sells more than positivity, and we should be ashamed of ourselves as Ghanaians for creating such a system. So, as I am saying, probably this video will not get the likes it's supposed to get. Do you know why? Because we've created a system where stupidity and all these things are rather on our screens. That is why Facebook, we are going to put measures in place so that the things that get to our youth are the things we want it to get to them. So when Rocky Dawuni like this is on tour, what can we do as a country for somebody like Rocky Dawuni? We send a press and a TV crew after him, capturing all the performance that he's doing. We will put it on our national television. That is an example. When Sarkodie is leaving, he will be going on tour. We need to have a system as a country that will take him along the tour and shoot everything and put it on our TVs. So we are going to create a Ghana where positivity sells. Where positivity will get you more clicks than negativity. Facebook and all these social media platforms, under Pan-Africanism, we will have a discussion with them. We will have censored pages where 18 and above, when you are going there, you pin in your Ghana card number, so we know it is you, not your child. So anything you see there is for adult. We don't want to see children watching things like that. What is the consciousness? How low is our consciousness in Ghana now? It is because they portray the negativity more to the public than the positivity. So TikTok, Facebook, everybody in Pan-Africanism in 2023, the youth of Ghana, after this government, we know we won't vote again. Democracy is gone. We are going back to Pan-Africanism because Pan-Africanism has been in existence for 800,000 years. Pan-Africanism was the same system the ancient Kemethians, can I call them Kemethians? People of ancient Kemet were using. The same system they used to build the pyramids and all the great cities they built. So, if we have such a system, thank you so much, our Western friends. Thank you for democracy, because the fact that every year we are giving money for allowing democracy in Ghana is supposed to tell us something as black people. Because you know they never give things freely. You know they will never give you something free. Because they know that at the end of the day, you may think you have voted for your leader. No, they chose the leader and put him there. So he will be the puppet and whatever they want him to be. I have been in the NDC, I have been in the MPP. I have worked under all these parties. I have been with the PPP. And I realize all these political parties are all Ghanaians. But then when it comes to now black people want to identify as a politician, in the next phase of Ghana and Africa, words like politicians will vanish, because we don't want anybody to be called politician, because it is not an honorable name anymore. In Ghana, we are going to crown our king. I am not a king, I'm just the ordained crown prince of Ghana. I am doing my work as a servant of God, as a servant of my forefathers, and as the ordained crown prince of Ghana. We are going to crown a king in Ghana. So we are going to pick out of 12 tribes, paramount chiefs, and put them in a crown. Because we've realized wherever there is monarchy, there is power. Look at Qatar. Look at Dubai. Look at Brunei. Look at England. England is powerful because of the queen or the king now. So we are crowning our own king in Ghana. And all the paramount chiefs, very soon, the summits that I'll be hosting, all of us will be there. We will talk about Ghana like we've never spoken about Ghana before. We will tell each other the truth, the hard truth, and how to move forward. We will make decisions based on what will help you and I and our children and our children's children. If we don't change the systems, after you are dead and gone, whatever billions you think you have left for your children, white people will bring a system and it will take whatever you left for them. I promise you that. So we don't need anybody as 1.5 billion people. We need just ourselves. Industrialization. Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's dream. Did you know that all the rivers in Ghana used to have their vessels on the water? Where are all those vessels? Shipping vessels. Where is Ghana Airways? Now we have to import food. Ghana imports food. How many countries can compare its soil fertility to Ghana? So now they give us what they want to give us. Put synthetic molecules in them to kill the black race and to do all manner of things to us. And now when you are saying this, sometimes they have systems like Facebook that will censor this for you not to tell the truth to your brothers. But then they have the audacity to show pictures of children in Africa starving. And as a black man, I am yet to see an African who is so stupid that the land will be there and that person will never farm or hunt. I am yet to see one. So if you allow such videos to your people, why are you putting sanctions when I am telling to tell my truth? That is why our friendship with the West is gone. China start building me tunnel boring machines because we are about to build subways. We are about to build so many subways across Africa, interconnecting our continent and making sure that we move freely in Africa. Start building me a lot because you are our friends now. But then the ADB, the African Development Bank, no country outside Africa will own something in Africa. So that shares that China has in ADB and all the shareholders, please, we have to own our own bank. We will buy you out. But you will be our friends for sure. Africa is big enough for the whole world to fit in Africa. And yet we will be comfortable. So those who haven't been friends with us, we will make sure we are not friends with them too. Because we need to make sure we respect ourselves to be like, enough is enough. You can't come to me with a papers and tell me to give you my gold and destroy my waters, to give you my timber because your paper is worth 10 times than my timber. Who made these stupid systems for Africans to follow? As the ordained crown prince of Ghana, today, as I said, the key portal is open for grace, power, and abundance. So Yvonne, please go and beg your mom Nobody needed to know. You are Yvonne Nelson, by the way. There are men, there are people that know their fathers, that hate their fathers so much. If you give them a gun right now, will probably go and murder their fathers. Your mom has always been there, been your rock. Why did you put this trial in her life at this age when she needs to be enjoying her grandchildren? Why did you put something like this in public? In Pan-Africanism, this book would have never been published, because negativity won't sell. It is positivity. And Yvonne Nelson, for what she has done in Ghana alone, any book that she brings out, we will give it to our children. So she will get money from publishing anyway. Good things, not negativity anymore. But it is the system you and I have created that has allowed things like this to happen. I take responsibility for that. And I want you as a Ghanaian to also take responsibility for the waters, for the rivers. If we focus our consciousness on negativity, that is why negativity will rule. And in Pan-Africanism, we are going back to what we know best. Being the good people that we are. Being the heartwarming people that we are as Ghanaians. But now we know that we were once too good to others. And we made sure our brothers became our enemy. That is what we are changing now. Our brothers are our brothers. We are removing all the borders in Africa. Africa is one country. The kingdom of Africa is upon us. I want to be able to walk freely. Look at Netherlands and Belgium. You can put one leg in Belgium and put one leg in the Netherlands. Now, when you go to Europe, they have something they call Schengen. And it makes sure that if you apply for a visa here and they deny you, don't think when you go to another country in Schengen, they won't know. They will know that you applied here and they denied you. Don't you know that? Africa's unity is upon us as black people. And that is where our consciousness needs to be. Not discussing an abortion that happened 13 years ago, when the boy was 22 and the girl was 25. Now, most women have made this a men against women situation, but it was between two people, and let us leave it at that. Sarkodia and Yvonne Nelson. Because you can't judge 23 years or 13 years later who was right and who was wrong. But we need to condemn actions for putting this negativity around our mothers. Because whether you like it or not, some people have once boasted that Yvonne Nelson is their cousin. Yvonne Nelson is their sister. Yvonne Nelson is their sister-in-law. Now, when such a thing happens to a family, do you know what it does? The cause and effect. The law of cause and effect. Do you know the effect it will have on the rest of the family? Do you know how many people will start questioning their own children because they'll be like, do you know the unrest it has caused in other families? But we've made negativity sell. And as I said, it is you and I as Ghanaians. We did this to ourselves. We are all taking responsibility. Next time, let positivity sell in Ghana. So consciously, we are going to make systems. How do we make it? I've given you an example. Rocky Dawuni is on tour, but nobody is covering his tour. What can we do? Kojo Sheldon, sponsored. Fabi J, sponsored. Zion Felix, sponsored by the state to go and cover it on their pages. So now people will know about Rocky Dawuni well. And that will get us the Grammy that we've been wanting. You see, conscious effort, putting it in something to get rewards. Look at our waters. We used to have vessels on all of them. Where are they? Recently, a Ghana ambulance was found in Dubai for sale. And nobody will go in prison for this. Under Pan-Africanism. Wujimia. Emranu ni obiya bedi senyetie. Systems no ankasa be wo ho. Communism. The fact that you are a doctor doesn't mean that you are important than a farmer. Because before you will grow and learn how to become a doctor, were you eating laboratory equipment? You needed to be fed. So, we would rather be doctors than politicians. Sorry, farmers than politicians. You see, we are going to put conscious efforts in the land because the land gives us everything that we need in the world. Not by another man. We are going to start large scale farming. My mother, Ekia Donko, she already has knowledge. Give her land. Let us farm on a large scale. Let us put processing companies next to the farms. Let us start processing and retailing. That is how you grow economy. Not by importing everything that you eat. Not by importing everything that you wear. Why? Who? How did we become these people? The children of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Do you think Dr. Kwame Nkrumah will look on Ghana right now? A country that Africans used to come there to study. Look at what we have allowed ourselves to become. I want to send much love to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's daughter, Samia Nkrumah. Mrs. I don't know whether she's a Mrs. Mom. I don't want to call her mom because she's so pretty. I don't want to call her mom for her to be offended. I don't know. I actually don't know how to. Mademoiselle. Okay, I'm sending greetings to Honorable Samia Nkrumah. Is it honorable? How can I address her properly? I don't want to say something. It's been a pleasure having you on Uncensored Friday. Share this video. Let it get to every African. Watch this video like 3 times. No, as a matter of fact, now tonight, as Africans and Ghanaians, I want you to do this exercise. Write 7 names, male, black role models you know. Make sure you add your grandfather and your grandmother who is probably gone. Anybody from your family line. Write 7 and write 7 women. 7 men, 7 women. Tonight when you pray, mention their names in your prayer. For the first time, don't pray through a perceived white man. Pray through your own forefathers. Because today is 777. The key portals to grace, power, and abundance is tonight. Today. Manifest your dreams today. 777. 7 men, 7 women of your race. Pray through them tonight. Thank me later. As I said, before humans were learning all this bull crap we learn in schools, we knew astrology, astronomy, quantum physics way before the Caucasian race came into existence. Through history, Caucasians never came into existence. They are less than 60,000 years old. We have always been here. The Pan-African system is way older than the Caucasian race. So they can't tell us how to govern our land. Because Pan-Africanism is black. Black is Pan-Africanism. It is the same thing. Trinity. Black, Pan-Africanism, African. That is our way of life. A system of governance 800,000 years old. Why are we adopting democracy? When democracy brings, now, very soon there will be rally. You will see the number of people that will die from this rally because of NDC MPP. Very soon, somebody will go and take a ballot box and he'll be shot dead. Why should we do that when we can build farms and build industries to work in? Consciousness. Let us focus our consciousness on growth rather than hate towards one another. My name is Obonkume Kumanana Nochi Bediako-Poku. We will crown a king in Ghana after President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo